Andrea, right?
Yes.
Good morning, and thank you for being here with us. You can introduce yourself so we can understand you.
Okay. So, hello, my name is Andrea, and my biggest dream is to help others grow professionally, and I want to influence others by my own experience and my own skills. And that's, I think, one of the reasons why I want to be a training specialist. And I think my experience and my academic training and my college years really equipped me with those qualifications to become a training specialist, which are communication skills and the ability to discover and meet others' needs. For example, I'm one of the ambassador of Business Administration Department, and we have to travel around Taiwan to introduce our department to the high school students. And as one of the presenter, I tried to understand what the high school students want to know about and what our department wants to promote. And finally, I came up with a presentation that met the needs of both and gained the highest satisfaction in 10 years of 5.4 out of 6 points. And moreover, I think my experience in the consulting club really sharpened my communication skills. I understand how to observe how my clients and my teammates, how they react to different kind of responses and how they like to explain their thoughts and how they like things to be done. And I think after I understand all of that, I seldom face difficulties when I communicate with them. So I think my communication skills, my ability to identify and discover others' needs, and my dedication to this field really makes me a suitable applicant for this position. Thank you.
It's a very interesting position you want to apply, training intern. I'm just curious, why is Scout Taiwan? It's in Huawong, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So is there any reason for this?
I think there is two main reasons why I want to be employed in CAL. And the first one is the vision of CAL, because the philosophy is called the CAL way, and I think they not only cares about their shareholders or the profit, they care about the welfare of the whole society. For example, I talked to one of their deputy manager, and they told me that like Ariel, their biggest competitor, have invented something called the laundry ball, and they really make a big fortune of that. But why doesn't CAL do that? It's because that they think that there's a risk that the children might eat it and cause a serious danger, so they don't want to do that. So I think this is something that really touched me, that they not only cares about their employees or the profit, is they care about the whole society and the whole environment. And I think that's one of the reasons I think CAL can develop more sustainably. And the second reason is that I think that CAL really sees their human resource as a big valuable resource. For example, when they do their training process, they will try to find some suitable lecturers. And they not only find lecturers from outside of the consulting club, they also find some suitable lecturers from inside, as for example, some employees. And I think this will make the employees have the kind of environment, atmosphere to you will like to help others or share what you like to others. And also you will make the employee think that the company really values me, and maybe they will have a higher commitment to the company.
Okay, so it's about the company's value to the
Yes.
customer. Okay, fair.
And I think based on your answer, it clearly shows that you have good communication skills. And what I want to further understand is regarding your problem-solving skills, because as you know, different employees will encounter different problems during different stages in their career. So can you share with us some examples where you solve problems?
Okay, so as one of the ambassador, I once was the general coordinator of an admission interview for 86 high school students. And from this job, I have to manage the Facebook fan page of business administration. And there are 3 teams I have to lead. And so one time, there's a member that kept telling me that the others aren't doing their job on their best. And I seemed to be confused because she told me several times. So I tried to understand what's really happening. And I found, so I had a meeting, and at first I think the most important part is I have to calm their emotions. And then I try to have each separate teams, I tell them to tell me what they're doing on their job. And I found out that the biggest problem is that because we will have a job description, but some things aren't written in it. So some people will not understand that when I face this job, who will be doing that? I think she's doing that, and she thinks that he's doing that. So I try to tell them that, oh, so there are the problems that we find that are problems in the job description. So then we need to write them down and really distribute them to some suitable people. And at last, I said we need to come up with a more complete job description for the juniors and never face this problem again in the future.
So you basically solve the problem by clarifying the different criteria.
Yes.
Okay, that's fair. And I think as a training person, you need to stand in the frontier of personal growth. So how do you grow yourself, or what kind of activities you engage during your leisure time to make you grow constantly?
I think that in my second year of my college, I was really down because I can't really understand what I want to do in the future. So in the period, I tried to ask many people that what kind of field they're in and what kind of job they're doing, but I still can't find. So at last, I tried to come back to myself and I tried to discover what things I am good at, what are my hobbies, and what something that I don't have. And I found that I am not still good at problem-solving skills and maybe some communication skills. So I decided to join the consulting club to improve the skills. So before I joined the consulting club, I read a lot of consulting books and I tried to have some mock interviews with some seniors. And I really think that after that, I joined the consulting club and now I'm here and I'm showing that I have better communication skills and problem-solving skills.
Okay, I think for training there are a lot of dimensions, like if you want to talking about this topic. So what kind of training you are specifically mentioned, you want to devote yourself into? Is it mental training or a hard knowledge training in a company? Which one?
I think I'm not really sure right now because I think after I get into the company, it's most important you have to understand what the company really needs.
Mm-hmm.
And if there are some hard skills training that I can't teach others, then I will find suitable lectures from inside the company or outside the company from consulting firms. And I think that maybe I want to do more is about the mental ones because I think I'm a person who can influence others. So I maybe want to be more dedicated in this kind of field.
Okay, so actually you are still young, even you have an internship or full job in Gao, Taiwan, the employee might be a lot senior than you. So if you are their teacher, try to teach them how to do mental health. Do you think there's any obstacle you will be faced with?
Yeah, I think that the biggest obstacle is that they will think you're really young and why do I have to listen to you? But before the training, one of the important part of the process is you need to let them know why you are doing this and what can they gain after they do this training. And you have to do it first, and you need to show others that after this training, I really become a better person. So if you also do this training, you can be like me. And I think to let others know why what you can gain after this training is the most important part, and maybe could solve the obstacle.
Okay, so you're take yourself as example to share how you grow from this program or that kind of training stuff.
Yes.
To persuade those senior to hear you, right?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
So there are different kinds of training systems existing in different companies. Is there any interesting example you could share with us that how a company trains their employees and maybe you want to replicate into Kao?
Okay. I think that in Henneken, one of their training ways is that they come up with a model called the Sierra model, which means that how a person will react when they face difficulties. And also one of the employees in Henneken told me that after they come up with the Sierra model and they try to tell the others that when you face a difficulty, the person will be excited and it's like a roller coaster actually. And they will like to tell others that when you face difficulties, don't think that you are a failure or you're a worse person. It's only because you are in the model and then you will, after the down, you will be a better person. And I think this model is something I really want to bring into Kao. and to let other employees know that when we face difficulties, we need to still be optimistic and to believe that we will then become a better person.
So last question, I think, is you are a junior student now. Have you ever think about master's degree in your short-term future?
Yes, I think about to be a person.
And what kind of master you are applying for?
The human resource.
And is it necessary in your career, do you think?
I think it is necessary because like in Taishida or Zhangshida, their courses really focus on training special. And in business administration, I didn't really get enough academic training on this, so I think it's necessary for me.
Okay, thank you. I think time is up. So we'll go for the feedback session. I think Andrea, right? So I think you have a clear picture about what you want. I think this is very good as far as I see. So I just thinking, actually I didn't see real problem in what you expressed to us. You have a very clear direction and you know what is Scout about. So is there any position there, really, right? You are going to apply for Scout of Taiwan, right? Like now or next year? I hope you get it because I think you are qualified for this position. Yeah, so I think it's a good presentation. Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, I totally agree with what Alan just mentioned. I think you're capable and your reason is strong enough to convince us, including the 2 reasons you mentioned why you want to choose Scout. You gave us specific examples. I think that's something you want to keep in your real interviews. And I don't have any feedback on what you should improve. But I want to say, I really like your way of thinking. You will identify a problem, try to summarize the key reasons, and then you execute. So, for example, you talk to many people to figure out what you really want, and then go back to your inner self. That's what I really appreciate.
Thank you.
So, do you have any questions for us?
Questions? May I ask what kind of industry that you are in right
Oh,
now?
so you guys don't know which company we are in? Oh, not yet. Oh, I mean HSBC, so it's banking industry. Yeah.
And in Pagoda and Booking.com, the online technology travel industry.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it's I have a lot of training in HSBC. So I'm also imagine if you're in HSBC, how can I learn from you? So that is what I'm thinking. If I'm an employee and you are my trainer, so that's why I ask. You're younger than me, so if you want to teach me something, I really need to be convinced you are capable to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Our people team will often engage this kind of trainings.
Yeah.
And I think my initial thought is that you are someone I want to talk with and I want to learn with, even you're younger than me. So that's pretty good for you.
Yeah, it's personality. Your personality is easygoing. I think this is something you own, and it's very precious. Yeah, good for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, I think time's nearly up, right? Okay, thank you, Andrea.
Thank you. See you.
Okay, good luck.